could you? Why didn't you just break up with me?
What? What do you mean?
I don't need
Cherry.
How could you be so cruel?
Cruel.
You don't know what she told me, do you? You want to know what she did? She told me you were dead. I cried my eyes out for months. You did this to me. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Daniel and I went rock climbing, but he fell unexpectedly. He was rushed to the emergency room. Then Daniel's parents arrived. I wanted to stay with Daniel, but his mom, Laura, sent me away. Fear and anxiety overwhelmed me. His dad told me to go home and wait for news. I knew Laura didn't want to see me, so I had no choice but to go back to my apartment. I've been calling Laura every day and sending her messages. I wanted to know how Daniel was doing, but Laura wouldn't answer my calls. I was so anxious I felt like I was going to break down. It wasn't until the fourth day that Laura finally answered my call. I wanted to go see Daniel right away, but Laura said there was no need for me to come back.
Daniel's gone. He died this morning.
When I heard that, I instantly collapsed to the ground. At that moment, I still didn't know that this was Laura's scheme. I smelled the clothes Daniel had worn and listened to his voicemails. I was in agony. The next day, I went to the mall. I wanted to pick out a suit for Daniel. He loved blue the most. I hoped he could wear it at the funeral. I had just left the mall when I answered Laura's call. She was on her way to my apartment. When I rushed back, she was already waiting for me at the door. As soon as I entered the room, Laura put Daniel's laptop away. I tentatively asked her when Daniel's funeral would be held.
We already had the funeral.
What?
Why didn't you call me? Because you're not family. Who the fuck do you think you are? Get out!
I yelled at Laura to get out of there. I immediately rushed to Laura's house. I had forgotten to ask her where Daniel's grave was, but Laura hid and wouldn't come out. She didn't reply to my texts either. At that moment, I still didn't know that Laura had already taken Daniel abroad for recuperation. That day, I suddenly received a call from Laura. She told me to move out of Daniel's apartment immediately. I didn't comply. A few days later, when I got home from work, I found my luggage had been thrown out the door. I had no choice but to move into a rundown rental. I felt terribly wronged. The next morning, before I was even fully awake, I got a call from my boss. I'd been fired. My boss said I'd posted insults about him online. I checked my phone. I instantly realized Laura must have done this. My account was logged in on Daniel's computer, so she could access it directly. Because of this, I was blacklisted in the industry. I couldn't find a job. I had no choice but to move back in with my mom and help her sell meat at the butcher shop. One day, I found a business card. It belonged to a friend of Daniel's dad. I called the number, I lied, and said Daniel's dad had referred me. I got an interview. I did my best to secure the job. But when I mentioned Daniel's passing, the person on the other end was shocked. He said Daniel was upstairs having lunch. I rushed upstairs to look for him. I saw Daniel and his mum. Suddenly, my mind went blank.